All right, we got our next guest. He's returning to the show. It's been quite a few months since we had him here on the show, but one of my favorite heavyweights. We had him on my birthday special show, and like I said, we got him back on here today. I know a lot of people are wondering, what's in store for him in the future. I'm wondering. We're bringing him on here to find out tonight. Undefeated heavyweight contender, Robert, the Nordic Nightmare Helenius. Robert, thank you for joining us here on ATG Radio. How you doing tonight?
Hey, hello. Thank you for having me.
It's a great pleasure. Robert, first and foremost, the heavyweight division right now is at its all-time high. I think it's very exciting, some great fights coming up. But there's one name that isn't being mentioned in the mix. I know it's because of injury, but can you give us an update?
Yeah.
What's going on with you? When are you returning to the ring? How's the injury?
The injury is doing fine. The injury is no problem anymore. I just want to train I'm training really good now. Training is running really, really good. I have no complaints, but I want to be really sure that nothing like this happens again. So I have to train really different types of trainings that makes me more stable with my hands and everything, that I get a little bit more muscles, that it doesn't happen again, So I'm coming back, but I'm going to be in my best shape in my next fight. So I'm taking my time. I could fight now. I'm in a really good, proper shape, but I need to do some small movements for my hands, that they get more better, that it doesn't hurt in the next fight.
And I want to ask you this too, Robert. The one thing is like this, and I'm a big fan. You from what you did earlier in your career, you knocked out 3 former world champions, and then the injury occurred in the Derek Chisora fight. Wasn't your best performance. And a lot of people could criticize. They criticized your last 2 performances against Sherman Williams and Michael Sprott. What you're saying now, you're used to knocking people out, completely dominating them, making the crowd happy with your performance. So what you're saying is you want to make sure everything's right so you can get back to the Robert Helenius that is used to knocking people out.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yes, exactly. That's my point. Yes.
Now, is that possible? I mean, Robert, when you hurt your shoulder, when you suffer so many injuries, is that possible? I mean, is that fear in your head that something like that could happen again? Like something can pop out, or you could be injured again?
The shoulder started 7 weeks before Chisora fight, so I had a long lasting injury there. But now it's not the shoulder, but because of the shoulder got so injured, and I had so long time the injury there, so that's why the right hand started to make sounds and noises, and that it wasn't supposed to. And now I have to just make sure that everything's on place. And I'm getting my proper training, and everything is looking really good. So I have no fear. Yesterday I hit the bags really hard, and it looked really fantastic. So I'm right there, but I need for my mental health also to be stable and know that this is not gonna occur again in the fight, because it's really motivating me, like in the Sprott fight, because I felt in the first round I'm gonna knock him out. This is easy, but then the one I don't know, tender, you call it tender, it broke in the second round. So I got really frustrated with that fight. I boxed basically with the whole 10 rounds with one hand. So I'm not judging myself. I have to say I did a pretty good fight with one hand, so I'm not disappointing at me at any point. I just want to make sure that this not occur again, that I can really pursue the fight like I want to, that I don't have to make adjustments. And of course, in every fight anything can happen, but I want to be in the physical shape that I know mentally that it's not going to happen.
Me, Robert, I thought you by this time, 2013, you'd have been a world champion. I know my co-host Rufus Steffenbauer, he felt the same thing. But how the heavyweight division, it has got a lot of criticism as being boring. But over this past year, there's been fighters emerging, great fights happening. Is that frustrating for you that you're not in the mix? You got guys like Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, obviously the Klitschko's, Povetkin. Is that frustrating for you to see?
Of course, it's a little bit frustrating not to get such long step back after the shoulder injury, but I have to look at really positive. I had really much time to think and work on my mental strength and stuff like that. So I'm not that disappointed. I got time with my family and get good training. So I know, of course, if I would put my mental state in a negative way, then I would think that it's really bad thing that I'm not there. But I feel really confident I'm coming back and stronger than ever before.
Robert, for our American fans here, for your American fans here in the United States, we got two heavyweights. They're both undefeated. They're very talented. And I would love to see you fight both of them or either one. And I'm talking about the obvious one, Deontay Wilder, 29-0, 29 knockouts, and Bryant Jennings, another one, undefeated. How are you looking to fight one of these guys or both of these guys in the future? And what are your thoughts on both of these fighters?
Yeah, of course. I haven't been studying them that much, but what I have seen, they're pretty talented, really good fighters, and of course I would be really excited to come over sometimes and fight in USA and stuff like that. Of course, it would be a big dream for me. Every big fight in the history happened in the States, so it would be a big honor for me. But for a moment, I'm just. I'm not even preparing for a fight, but in the end of the year, I think it's gonna come a fight either way. But I'm just focusing on getting me in that strength that I was before, and it's going the right way. So I feel really positive, and I feel really comfortable with the situation right now. And of course, in the future, I would love to fight them both.
My co-host, Rufus Stephabao, Robert, is a big fan. Rufus, he wants to jump in here. I know he had a couple questions for you. Rufus.
Robert, I just want to say I am indeed a big fan. I certainly thought you would have been the heavyweight champion of the world by now. Considering all the injuries.
Yeah, sorry for this fun.
Well, I believe one good fight and you'll be in line for a title shot, no question about it. But at this moment in time, you're out of the mix for the time being. We have two big super fights in the heavyweight division, and I want to get your thoughts on two of them. One of them is undisputed heavyweight champion Vladimir Klitschko versus Alexander Povetkin, and the other one is, of course, Tyson Fury and David Haye. Can you give us your thoughts on those two fights?
Yeah, they're going to be really interesting fights. It hasn't been this interesting in a long while, so of course it's one of the biggest fights, the both of them. I can't rate which is the better one, but I'm really excited, and I really don't know how it's going to go, and I'm just looking forward to watching them fight, and hopefully I get there soon myself.
Robert, if you had to pick a winner, if you had no choice, if they said, Robert, we're going to throw you off a bridge or let you pick a winner, who do you got? You have to pick one.
then I pick Povetkin and Haye. Yeah. Povetkin and Haye.
There you go, and that's what we like. And that's Robert. I know you stay neutral. You go into that. Rufus, I'm sorry, man. I didn't know if you had another prediction in there. I had to jump in there. Robert.
No. I thought it was
interesting. I understand.
No, I thought it was interesting you picked Haye. You have been a sparring partner with Tyson Fury. What weaknesses do you see in Fury that Haye is going to capitalize on?
I have actually been a sparring partner with them both. So I done sparring with Haye when Haye did his training before a Klitschko fight, and I did Fury sparring when I think it was long before Chisora fight between Samuel Peter and Liakovic fight. So I don't know. They are both good fighters. I can't say. Of course, Hay is more explosive, and Tyson should try to keep his jab going so long that Hay doesn't come in. And but Tyson is also good, a good fighter inside. So they're both good. I can't say which one is better, but I think for the moment. Because Tyson, he showed himself really, really impressive in Cunningham fight, and he was knocked down in the second round and he come back. That shows a true heart and spirit. So that's what I found cool about him, that he's a really fighter and he shows his big heart in the fight. Hay is also a big fighter, so I can't say, but I'm for Hay, of course, but. It's going to be a really interesting fight. I can't, if I had to pick a winner, I would pick Hay, but it's going to be a really interesting fight. The both Klitschko and Povetkin. If Povetkin had been training really, really good, he has a chance there. He's going to go, he has to go inside and push the whole 12 rounds with full energy. So he has a chance, but Klitschko is strong. If he let Klitschko throw the jab all the time, then Povetkin is in trouble. But yeah, I hope he's been training well and have good sparring partners, and that he's really ready for his fight.
Thank you, Robert.
Robert, I gotta say one more thing here. This is one of our favorite guests on the show. This fighter's been on the show in the past. This fighter had given you great comments and said some great stuff. You actually trained with this fighter. This fighter is considered the best pound-for-pound women's fighter in the entire world, and that's Cecilia Brækhus. Give her a little shout.
Okay.
How good is she? Isn't she great? How good is this girl?
Yeah, she is really fucking good. I saw her last fight. I saw her sparring today actually. So she was really, really impressive, I have to say. She gets better from fight to fight, so she's really improving. And for a girl, she's so explosive, and so she's like stick and move. She has a really good technique and everything. So I have nothing bad to say from her. So she's really good fighter for a woman.
We had her on the show last training camp.
You have seen her, yeah.
We had her.
You have seen her fights also,
Oh yeah, as I said, we love her. She was on the show, and she was saying that it was you. Yeah. She was in training camp with you and Arthur Abraham, and we were asking her how's Robert doing and stuff. It's been a while since, and she had nothing but great things. She was another one saying,
nice.
We get the pronunciation wrong. We say the dialect. She says Hobart. I think that's how. Hobart. Hobart is doing
Robert.
very good.
Robert.
Robert. She says it with a Hobart, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right. We say Robert. But in that case,
Robert. Yeah.
In that case, we had to give her a shout out. But Robert, listen, man, we enjoyed your time on the show. We would love to have you come back and get your expertise. You're one of our favorite fighters, and we appreciate your time here. Hey, you got any message for your fans out there before we let you go?
Hey, keep the thumbs up and trust me, I will be back. Wait for me. I have a few things to do, and I will be back soon as I can. I hope you have the time to wait for me.
We do.
I'm gonna be champion. I'm gonna be it. I know it.
We have the patience, man. And Robert, we can't wait to see you back in the mix, my man. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for your time. You have a great night, champ, and we look forward to talking to you again soon.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks,
all right. Have the best. All the best.
God bless, champ. The Nordic Nightmare, Robert Helenius.